You know, Mason, I can't stop thinking about what the doctor said yesterday about C.C. making our son a very rich little boy.
I told you before, Victoria, that was all just big talk. Dr. Ballard plays golf with Dad. Probably spend more time talking about money than they do hitting the ball. You know how doctors are. Wouldn't give it a second thought. Certainly wouldn't pin my hopes on it.
Whatever you say.
I tell you what I do keep thinking about. The accusations that Jeffrey made. Do you really think that he believes I'd ignore 4 separate requests for help from my own mother?
There's got to be an explanation. Maybe the letters were lost.
I suppose that's dimly possible. But I have an idea there's another reason. Yes, I slept on it, and I still think Mason is lying.
If he'd managed to knock you out, would that have convinced you?
I'm not as primitive as you seem to think I am.
Yeah, well, you're a lot more violent.
Do you honestly expect me to believe something as lame as Mason's explanation,
Not being as closed-minded as you are, no.
Kelly, it's the law of probabilities. Now ask yourself, how could that many letters have gone astray, huh? You know, my mother wrote to Mason at least 4 times last year. And she wrote all through summer and well into the fall. There's no way that many letters could have got lost.
I don't care what you say. I'm just not going to believe that Mason is capable of being that heartless and that cruel.
Oh, now who's being stubborn and closed-minded?
And loyal. And who is familiar with Mason, which you aren't. I know my own brother, Jeffrey, and I'm telling you, Gina is someone who would pull something like this, but never... What? Did you say all summer and fall?
Yeah, I think I've said it several times.
Are you sure that's when it was?
Yes, of course. Why?
Because I may be able to give you the proof you need. Jeffrey, he wouldn't have gotten your mother's letters even if every last one was delivered.
Nothing wrong with this paperwork, and there's nothing wrong with the caller I made on Ken. Now, if you and your pals can't get a conviction on an open and shut case, don't start pointing the fingers at my work.
Won't you let me say something to you?
Get off my back.
Okay, all right. You know, you're strung pretty tight. Why don't I call the commission and see if I get you another vacation?
I don't want any favors from you, Keith.
I understand what you're going through.
You don't understand a thing. You never have and you never will. You're not my friend. I don't take anything you say in the spirit of friendship, so don't even so much as mention her name. You got that?
It fell.
So I see. Nice try, though. Just keep at it. You'll get it. Meanwhile, maybe I'll whittle us some paper cups.
So sorry.
I was kidding. It's no great loss. Eden, you're just starting. It'll get better. You just got to give yourself time.
It's no use.
And you listen to me. You are going to get well again. You know how I know that? Because I'm not going to let you give up.
No. Don't try and prove anything to me, please.
I don't stand a chance because you won't listen.
Yeah, because there's no point. There is no point.
Yeah, of course not, because you might hear something you don't like, Jeffrey.
Hey, I listened to you once before. I made the gesture. I went to see Mason because you persuaded me, and we both know how that turned out.
Right, which I could have predicted. You both are hot-tempered men. I mean, is it any wonder you two got in a fight?
Now, I wish you could get this through your skull. This is strictly between Mason and myself. Now, please, stay out of it.
I'm sorry. I can't do that, Jeffrey. I'm very involved. And I'm going to stay that way, whether you like it or not.
Oh, Kelly, I don't like it. Now, I mean it. Stay out of this.
sorry, I didn't hear you come in.
I was told you wanted to see me.
I did. Please sit down.
I can't stay.
All right, I'll get right down to it then. I was thinking I would like to start some kind of a memorial to my daughter, to Eden. I wanted to talk to you about it, see how you felt. I mean, I thought we might do something relating to a specific interest of hers. Something like that would be appropriate. Maybe a bequest to the university, a scholarship or something. Now, if you have any ideas, I'm open to them. I mean, you certainly know more about her private interest than I do.
I don't have any ideas.
Well, what do you think of mine?
I don't have an opinion. If you're going to do something, I don't want to know about it.
You don't approve?
No.
I don't understand. All I'm trying to accomplish is something positive in Eden's memory, that's all.
She doesn't need anything positive in her. She's not a memory. I don't want to walk through the park and see a statue of her. I don't want to see a plaque. You want to do a scholarship? I wish you would leave it alone, but you... I'm sorry.
No. No. I'm sorry. It's premature. I wouldn't hurt you for the world, you know that.
I wake up every morning, Mr. C. I expect to find her there. I hear her voice when I pick up the phone. When a car pulls up in front of my house, I know she's going to walk inside the door.
So do I, son. So do I. Hey, listen, I only can say this once. I would do anything in the world for you.
There's nothing you can do, and I'm sure you'll understand if I don't keep coming around here.
No, I won't understand. We need you here, and you need us.
Well, I don't think I can handle it. I gotta get back to work.
You're just discouraged. It'll pass.
How do you know?
Because I said so.
It's not up to you. You're not a doctor.
No, but I've cared for some sick people in my time.
I heard what the doctor said about me in the hospital. He said I couldn't walk.
Well, he was wrong.
Doctors say all those kinds of things so lightly, don't they?
Well, I'm not saying what I say lightly. Well, where are they? What did he do for you? I'm here. I'm going to see you get well.
You don't know. You're just saying words.
You have it in you to make it truth if you want to.
I convinced myself that what you were saying was true. About helping other people who were worse than I was. Because I wanted it so badly.
Don't believe it for that reason. Believe it because it's true. I've seen so many guys get shot up. Hurt in ways you can't even imagine. And I've seen them want to die. Just to relieve the pain and suffering. And then I've seen those men turn completely around. Once they started believing in their own minds, made up their minds, they did things the doctors swore they would never do again. And I'm not talking about picking up a glass of water. I'm talking about walking again, running even.
So what you're saying is that every person you've ever seen with a spinal injury has been cured? There wasn't a few of them, just a few of them who did everything they could, even if they had faith and they were helpless? Weren't there?
I won't lie to you. There are no guarantees. But I'll guarantee to you that there is no hope if you give up trying. Damn it! When I made the decision to save you, it was so you could live, not to give up and just slip away. You've got to realize that there... What?
You said when you decided to save me, like you debated it, tossed a coin, or thought about it before you even left home in the morning.
Well, you just keep wanting to change the subject, don't you? Well, that's fine, because I got better things to do than sit around and talk myself blue in the face.
What'd you want to see me about?
Oh, forgot. check for $2 million, as promised.
Thank you. It's a large amount to forget.
It's a large amount to lose. I hope that company you're involved with is on a solid footing.
Wouldn't you trust a law firm by the name of Caulfield, McKenna, and Capwell? Has an upstanding ring to it, don't you think?
Yes, it certainly does. Congratulations, Mason.
Thanks.
I hope that accomplishes something else.
What's that?
I'd like you to make up for the imagined slight that you felt because of my efforts to help Kelly get established at Delta Pharmaceuticals.
You can only stretch $1 so far.
Mason, I told you what my motives were, and I was being sincere. I was doing it for Eden and for Kelly, and not against you.
It's all right. Doesn't matter. There's something else I've been meaning to ask you, though. I have reason to believe that my mother sent me several letters last year to this address. You wouldn't know anything about them, would you?
I haven't got the foggiest idea what you're talking about.
Let me see if I can simplify it then. You would have noticed if a series of letters had arrived here addressed to me with Mother's return address, wouldn't you? Something like that wouldn't have escaped your attention.
Hardly likely. Where did you hear about these letters from? Who told you about them, supposedly?
Jeffrey Conrad. He's accused me of receiving them but never opening them, or tearing them up, or throwing them away. I'm not sure of what. Apparently, Mother tried to contact me when she was ill and needed money. Jeffrey's convinced that I turned my back on her in time of crisis.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should have him talk to you.
If Jeffrey talked to me, why would you want to have Jeffrey talk to me?
To get you a reassurance that the letters never came. And while you're at it, you could convince him of our divergent attitudes regarding my mother, namely that I loved and missed her a great deal, whereas you had trouble remembering her name when you threw her out of the house.
I don't want to get into this with you.
Tell me, Dad, why is it that discussing the past always makes you uncomfortable? Or is it past mistakes that you object talking about?
Don't try to goad me into another argument about this. You want to go on to the subject? Let's talk about the subject. I mean, how do we know these letters from Pamela even existed? All we have is Jeffrey Conrad's word, huh?
Yeah, but it would be an idiotic fabrication, don't you think? Besides, Jeffrey has nothing to gain by lying about it. No, I'm sure the letters were sent. The question is what happened to them.
I have no idea. And despite what you think about my relationship with your mother, I am very sorry about what happened after the divorce. There is nothing I can do about the past. But if I had known that she was in trouble and really needed money, I would not have hesitated.
All right. I guess we'll leave it at that for now.
Sophia, I come from a family where nothing was ever very easy. And I'm a little concerned about my baby being born with the proverbial silver spoon. You know what I mean?
Yep. I sure do. I know exactly what you mean. I remember that I felt exactly the same way. The Capwell children are going to come into this world with a lot of material advantages, Victoria. And I guess it's a mixed blessing.
Mm-hmm. Well, that concerns me a little, too.
I don't think it should. It's so much about what you do for your child. The values you teach your child, how well they absorb them.
But still, this is CC's first grandchild. And you know that men tend to be somewhat overly generous with their grandchildren, particularly if it's a boy. I don't suppose CC would be any exception.
Well, I happen to know that CC has provided equally in his will for his grandchildren.
In CC's will, there are no other wills?
Well, there's mine, of course. Victoria, I really don't think you should worry. When you are in a family like the Capwells, there's a lot of money. And when there's a lot of money, there are a lot of lawyers, and that means a lot of documents. Don't worry about it. Just be glad that your child is going to be well provided for. And the most important thing is that you're married to Mason. He loves you, and we know he's going to love his child. Do you think that we could order? I'm really starving. Oh, yeah.
You two, Mason. This is totally out of character for you. Talking is a lot easier, don't you think? And a lot less painful.
Well, normally I don't resort to violence, Kelly, but reasonable conversation doesn't seem to be Jeffrey's long suit.
Well, naturally you'd feel that way, wouldn't you? And maybe you're right from your point of view.
Don't tell me you subscribe to Jeffrey's point of view.
I tell you what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to stay neutral here. I've been doing a lot of thinking and a lot of talking to Jeffrey, and I've come up with something. Mason, do you remember what you went through last year? Losing Mary, leaving town, all of that?
People who forget the past are condemned to repeat it. Why do you bring it up now?
Because it suddenly dawned on me. All of that was going on when those letters were supposedly being sent from Pamela.
Well, the world's a busy place, Kelly. Lots of things happen concurrently.
You're missing my point, Mason. You wouldn't have gotten those letters because you weren't home to get them.
Aha. Well, you're right, aren't you? So I'm exonerated. I hope you'll pass that along to Mr. Conrad. That still doesn't explain what happened to the letters, does it?
Just a minute. Come in.
Hi.
Victoria, hello.
Sophia and I just got in from lunch. I thought I'd stop in and say hello.
Well, that's nice. Hello.
Am I catching you at a bad time?
No, not necessarily. Well, did you have a nice lunch?
Yes, we did. We had lunch at Johnny's. I also ran into an old friend of yours yesterday. Had an appointment with him, Dr. Ballard. He sent you his regards.
Well, you give him mine.
Oh, I will. He also assured me that I was going to have a very healthy baby, which is always very nice to know.
Yes, it is very nice.
Dr. Ballard seemed to know all about the inheritance. I wanted to thank you personally on behalf of my baby.
Well, there's really no need for thanks, Victoria. Not at all. It's in my father's will. First, male, Capwell great-grandchild gets the bulk of my father's estate. Since you, Mason, were discussing it, what did you discuss?
Nothing, but we will have to talk about it eventually.
Well, I think maybe it's a bit premature to even discuss it because I know Mason wants to get control of the money, and he will have to wait until the baby is born. But he can't get control of that money unless the baby is a boy.
Oh, yes. A boy.
Dave?
What?
I can't stop thinking about my family.
I know you don't want to leave me, but you've got to do something.
I asked you to be patient. In a couple more days, I will. When you're better and stronger.
You keep saying that, but...
Well, even if I wanted to, there's nothing I can do right now. There's a blizzard heading our way. You want me to get stuck out in it?
Well, how far did you say the nearest phone was? I mean, couldn't you...
What is it?
Don't you hear that? It's a snowmobile or something. You've got to go outside. You've got to stop them. Go. Kane, please. It might be someone from my family. You've got to try.
Go away!
Mom, is anybody home? Listen, I'm selling cookies for my second grade class. Would you like to buy some?
Yeah. Money. I'm not sure. What's your name?
Courtney.
My God, you could be Eden's little girl.
Who's Eden?
Oh. You have beautiful hair, Courtney.
Wait, I wasn't gonna hurt you.
Thank you. Now I think I'll try to buckle down and concentrate on this so my mind doesn't wander too much. Thanks again, Mason.
Yeah, before you go, Sophia, tell me one thing. How do you really feel about this business of Dad grooming Kelly to become the business head of Capitol Enterprises?
To be really honest with you, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. I know it's a sore point with you, but I'd never advise against Kelly's involvement because she's enjoying her management training so much at DPI. Mason, it's been such a long time since she's felt she's had a purpose in life. Maybe this is it for her.
I thought you'd approve.
Now, wait a minute. It's not because she's my child and you're not. I'm on your side. I really am. I mean, if you wanted to take an active interest in your father's business, I would be the first one to insist upon it.
Who said I was interested? One more thing and I'll let you go. You wouldn't know anything about some letters that my mother sent to me here last year, would you?
No. Should I?
Seems that everyone that should doesn't. No, I'm just asking, Sophia. You run along with Henry James.
Right. If I see your father, I'll tell him you're here.
Thanks.
You said you're looking for me.
Yeah. I had this little Freudian slip I need to give back to you. It's your check for $2 million. It's no good.
My check no good for $2 million?
Not very negotiable without a signature.
Oh. Sign it.
Yeah. Wouldn't I have been embarrassed to hand that over to my partners-to-be? I hope it was an honest error, not a subconscious attempt to embarrass me in public.
I don't play stupid little games, Mason.
Not a subconscious bone in your body.
I do hope you appreciate I had a lot on my mind at the time. I forgot to sign my name, that's all.
Now what?
I just want you to understand something. That I've never really wanted to cause you any unhappiness in any way.
That's a blanket apology. It's got to cover a lot of ground. I'll stretch it as far as I can.
I mean it sincerely. I've never tried to slight you or hurt you.
Well, you're certainly having a good day. I see you sold another box.
No, I dropped it. I got scared.
Scared?
That man, he looked at me funny. He called me Eden. He was weird.
In what way? Did anything else happen? Courtney, I want you to tell me the truth, Courtney.
What do you mean, Daddy?
Did the man do anything that seemed strange to you? Did he touch you?
Yes, he did want me to go, but I did. I ran away.
I was too late. I missed whoever or whatever it was. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Better this way, Eden.
What do you mean?
You're not ready to go back.
How dare you say that to me? I'm not lying here because I want to. I'm lying here because I have no choice. I'm helpless.
You need to be helpless. You have the power to change things if you want to. You just don't have the confidence.
So this scum gets a couple of freebies, and that's it. This whole laughing stock of a system is like that, isn't it? I mean, every creep, every low-life slime, every pig we pick up off the streets washes out here on some sneaky technicality. I'm so sick of it I could puke.
You know who you remind me of? Somebody I knew a long time ago. Did a lot of crying about justice. About his sister, Katie. Hurts, doesn't it? What happens to you?
Wait, hey, come on, wait! What?
I know what you're going through. But you've been through it long enough. You gotta pick up the pieces and put them back together. You gotta, because tragedies happen, and you can't let your life fall apart when one of them happens to somebody you love.
I don't want to hear you philosophizing to me about strength. I remember what you were like after Katie died. 5 years after.
All right. That's what can happen to you. Learn a lesson from what happened to me.
If I want to learn a lesson, I'll find a better teacher.
Good. Well, get somebody to drive you home. You're not in any condition to walk, much less drive.
Who is? What the hell are you talking about?
You're loaded. You've been loaded for days. Everybody knows it, even if you don't know it. You've lost control. Get back on your feet before you hurt somebody. Or yourself. I mean, personally, I could live with that, but I don't want to see anybody else suffer from your mistakes, you know.
It's gonna get cold tonight. If you don't need anything, I think I'll go out and split some more wood.
Wish I could go out with you. I'd like to get some fresh air and move around.
All in good time. Need anything before I go?
I'm all right. I guess Mason was right. It was foolish of me to say anything you don't want to hear.
Okay, exactly what is it that you've explained, huh? Okay, so the letters may have come while Mason was out of town, but so what?
He said he didn't see them, Jeffrey, and I believe him.
Yeah, I understand, but what happened to them then? What, did you have some kind of custom in this country whereby you throw out 2-week-old mail? Just like you throw out, I don't know, old mushrooms or something. No, he would have come back and the letters would have been there waiting for him.
Jeffrey, he was gone for a long time. You know, things happen. Things get misplaced. They get misdelivered. Is that so inconceivable? You know what I think? I think this is one thing you can't afford to be wrong about. For other reasons.
Kelly, if someone could produce the letters still sealed and show them to me, then maybe then I might believe it.
You know what? Maybe you're more like Mason than you think. When Mary died, his first reaction was to blame everybody that should have saved her. No amount of reasoning with him could have changed his mind about that. And the only thing that kept him from falling apart was holding on to that rage that he refused to let go. And until he did let go, and he did it, he fell apart. And that was the time he was gone.
Look, I'm not deluded. I'm not neurotic. I know what happened, and my mother didn't have to die. Mason could have saved her.
Yeah, I didn't want to tell you this. The point in fact is Mason didn't kill her. And it wasn't even the disease, Jeffrey. She killed herself.
Yeah, only because he wouldn't Look, he just didn't give a damn, okay? And it was only because she had no...
Had no what? Had no choice? Come on, everybody's got a choice, Jeffrey.
Yeah, and choice costs, doesn't it? Yeah, that's true. Money can't buy everything. But I tell you what it can buy. It can buy the power to choose. But you wouldn't know anything about that because you've never needed it. Now, I suppose you probably drive down street corners on rainy days and check out all the saps standing in the rain at the bus stops and wonder how the hell can they stand to do that? You know, wait 30, 40 minutes in the rain. Well, they don't like it either, but they have no choice.
It's always your last resort, isn't it? You make a point telling me how different we are from each other and how little I or anyone else could possibly understand you.
Well, am I so wrong?
Maybe you're right. You sure do a good job of keeping everybody away from you. You're a strange man, Jeffrey. More so than anyone I've ever come across, with the exception of Mason, of course. And I'm beginning to think it's going to stay that way because you don't want it to change. doing?
Hello, darling. Come here a minute, will you?
What's the matter?
Sit down. I need you here. So many bad memories running through my head. I need you more now than I ever needed you.
No. I'm right here.
Stay here.
Well, what have you been up to today?
I'd much rather hear what you've been up to. Have you been out there on the golf course with your father and his little friend, Dr. Ballard?
I don't play golf. Why do I get the faint impression that you're disturbed about something?
Maybe because I am. No, it's not so much disturbed, it's more like enlightened. I've had a very enlightening day.
Well, count yourself lucky.
Oh, I do, Mason. I know all about your grandfather's will and what our baby stands to inherit.
Victoria, I told you, Dr. Ballard knows nothing about my family.
I saw CC today, and he filled in all the blanks. Oh, Mason, how could you do it?
If I didn't tell you before, it was only because I didn't want
You know, it's not so much the fact you lied. You know, I've always wondered why it was that you proposed to me, but now I know exactly why you married me.
I married you because I wanted to build a family with you.
Oh, yes, I suppose that's partly true. But why don't you admit that the first building block is the money that our baby inherits and that you control?
Simmons. Well, what are you telling me about a case of child molestation for? Put it through regular channels. What? Castillo?
Kane?
Looks like you've been busy. I guess you took care of the problem okay?
You set that fire deliberately, didn't you? What was it, some kind of a test?
Well, if it was, you passed it.
How could you do something like that to me? I could have burned to death.
Oh, let's not get overwrought. I didn't think it was that dangerous.
You weren't here.
No, but I was just outside waiting for you to take care of it. I knew you could take care of yourself if you had to. I just had to put you in a spot where you had to.
I'm Tom.
Stay tuned. Coming up is your chance to win cash on Channel 2's Watch Magnum and Win 3. When we ask you the Magnum question of the day, be the correct caller with the correct answer and win $200. Channel 2's Watch Magnum and Win 3. Next.